Hello everybody, we're getting close to the evening. We're still here on this Spodio stream. How you doing? My name is Spodio FC. Nice to see you all. I don't know how I've run out of breath. Ran out of breath. But again, hopefully all of you out there are doing well. Nice to see you, nice to see you. And again, we have some action here tonight, but let's take a look at our schedule first. Again, this will tell you what match we have coming up. It's 135 El Calenton, EXE Esports. But if you were here earlier today, you would have experienced the Clang Bros sweeping team in their up-and-coming Cup Week 1 match. A pretty close series, even though it was a sweep. Clang Bros were able to be that slightly better team, and now in this match again, another exciting matchup. 135 El Calenton on EXE Esports, and we have actually seen these teams on stream before. Last time we saw EXE was when they played 135 Neon in Week 1, so about 3 weeks ago. Last time we ever got to see 135 El Calenton was when they played 135 Pura Playas in Week 1. So we've been a while, we haven't really seen these guys, and their seasons have not been very good. Both these teams are 1-2. Only wins, again, not getting a lot of big wins here. And I believe in both those matches these teams did lose. Fortunate situation, but does happen sometimes. As again, reminder again, the last time we saw these guys was 3 weeks ago. It was here, it was on this stream. Again, and that match between Pura Playas and Calenton, that was an exciting one. We went to Game 5. With, I believe, I actually don't know who won that match. It was Pura Playas who won that series. In EXE didn't play much longer after that. As again, they had their match against 135 at Neon. As I believe they lost that match 3-1. Could be wrong. As again, let me take a look. Where was that match? That was, and it was 3 weeks ago. Oh, it seems like we actually have some issues here. One sec. As I don't know actually if these players are actually knowledgeable of the match being today. As I just messaged one of them and I don't know. Seems like we're having some issues here. Hopefully we can get them in. I can wait a little bit for them if we have to. As here are our lineups for these teams. Again, if you guys don't hear me, it's because I'm messaging these guys, trying to tell them to actually join on in time. As we are looking to help them out here with this. Again, I'm hoping that we can work things out here because we have to have both these teams with their full rosters. As again, I'm taking a look. Again, last time we saw EXE was, where is that match? Again, I know we had that match on the stream. As again, it was 3 weeks ago. Match happened. As again, that match I believe ended 3-1. Yeah, it did. Neon did win that one 3-1. So, and that was about, again, both those matches 3 weeks ago. As again, we are hoping that we can get everybody in here. Sorry about the issues. I think this match is going to be delayed a little bit. Might be delayed actually a lot. I don't know. We'll have to see about this. As Calenton and EXE Esports be getting to the field very soon here in just a few minutes. Again, these are our lineups. Prediction poll is still up. 635 Calenton, EXE. Both teams are 1 and 2. Not really going to help you all that much when it comes to what you can expect from these teams, but we are again just trying to see what will happen here. Again, we are actually having some issues here. It seems like these teams might be getting their dates mixed up, so we will talk with them about that. Yeah, we're probably gonna have a delay here on this one. At the very best, we will have a delay. Which, again, apologies on that. It seems like these teams have not been able to really agree on a day to have this match, so really hoping for them, but I do hope that we do see them, pull through and we get a series here today. If we don't, unfortunately, they'll have to decide on who will forfeit and who won't. Really don't like forfeits. I don't like having them happen, but it does happen. Meaning that this match won't fall that way. And we are just waiting for these teams. As soon as they're here, we can be good to go. Again, we'll take a look at those lineups for you all who do want to see it. Again, EXE have a full roster of 5. The only player that actually they added since the last time they played was Blue. Calenton has not made a single roster move on the by the sounds of it, which is quite impressive for, playing for this amount of time, but credit to them. Definitely shows the structure of this team again. Definitely not an easy thing to do at all. Again, we are just waiting here for any updates on the match scheduling, but we'll go in game like in just a moment or two here, because it'd be in the lobby any minute. But again, with the fact that we do have some delays, some issues, might mean that this match may not happen. Because again, I'm still trying to see if we can get some updates here. If the match is pushed back just a couple minutes, I don't have a problem with that. I have no problem sticking around here for a little bit, waiting for these guys. But again, at the very least, there's definitely going to be delays. Some pretty substantial ones, by the sounds of it. At the very worst, this match is not going to be streamed, and that would suck. I do want to see this Calenton roster again, because these guys are pretty good, but it does happen. And again, we'll just have to see how things work out here. Again, we are just waiting here. I know Calenton has their full roster. They have not told me any issues. And I have a feeling the roster's probably going to be Fusion, Crowd Killer, Striffy. EXE, though, again, we're going to see if that roster is available to join on in. But you don't like it whenever... It's never good whenever something like this happens. Usually it just means that there has been miscommunication, but it can definitely create issues here because people do want to play. I know that these teams don't want to have to, in this match, end in a forfeit. Not only being EXE, who, were the ones who probably created this issue for themselves. It really sucks. Again, when you kind of misinterpret a date, or you forget a date, or you think of a date differently. Especially for EXE, is going to make things a little bit interesting for them, but I'm sure we will hopefully get to the bottom of this. I'm hoping that they have a full roster available. And we are just waiting for them. Waiting for these teams to join. I have not gotten any information from them, and nobody's joined the match yet, so my assumption is that nobody is available just yet, but I do know that, I do believe EXE Calenton is available. I believe they are online. They just haven't joined the lobby. Again, we'll give these teams up to 15 minutes each to join on in. If, for some reason nobody joins in those 15 minutes, we'll continue to wait a little bit. I can give them a little extra time, but I can't give them too much. I do have a feeling, though, at least one of these teams is going to make it. Again, to my knowledge, Calenton is available, but we will see. We do, again, just have to kind of wait for any updates. And if, again, I'll relay all information I get to you all. It's important for you all to know what's happening. So far, though, all I can say is that there has been a miscommunication on the dates. EXE Esports is not currently here. Calenton hasn't joined the match, but it does sound like they are available and are ready. And whether it be EXE, who have accidentally said the wrong date, thought it was a different day, or Calenton accidentally telling them the wrong day, we will find out. Again, we have not gotten any updates on the status of this match, so we're going to just treat it as if they are going to join. They were supposed to join about 5 minutes ago. Nobody has joined in yet, though, meaning there are some issues. Again, I'm hoping that these teams do join. At least one of these teams joins in, just to let me know that you know, there is somebody here. Again, we'll give these teams as much time as they need, up to 15 minutes, though, as the league rules do state. If we have to give a little extra time, we will, but again, really surprised that nobody's been able to make it. Again, I am constantly chatting with these guys. Again, we are still waiting here for these teams. Again, I've only received information that there's been a miscommunication on the date. EXE cannot make it at this time. It sounds like, though, that again, from all I know, these teams are trying to connect with each other and are trying to get this match done as soon as possible. I just haven't heard from anybody. Again, as soon as I can get some updates for you all, I will give you them. But now we have not. For now, we have not do anything. For now, again, we can't do anything. We just have to wait. We just have to wait for these teams. Though again, it is surprising that nobody's joined the lobby just yet. Again, we do wait for it. Sounds like, though, things may be good to go. Sounds like, actually, we might be able to get a match after all. which was just heard from Fusion, the captain of 35 El Calenton, and they actually have that apparently everything is good to go now. So if EXE is actually able to get a roster building, that will be quite impressive because that is a very quick amount of time. I send match lobby info 5 minutes before match start time. Actually, it's actually 6 minutes because I always like to send it a minute before I do the prediction poll. Meaning that it would only be about it would not even be 15 minutes before they actually start playing, which is really impressive. That is not something that's very easy to do in a 3v3 match like this when all players are not expecting to play at this time. Again, it sounds like they will be joining any moment now, which does make me excited. So again, we are still waiting. And I don't like waiting like this, but of course we have time. I don't really have anything coming up super soon, so we can wait a little bit. Again, as soon as these teams join in, we're getting this match started. As it's actually Headband Urzel who's playing. Fusion, Somber. Oh no, did they? You not? Did he? Oh no, I don't think he updated. Oh, this might be a new player that I didn't actually keep track of. I'm gonna check and see who they have as players for that team. Yep, they've added a new player. They've added Somber. Oh no, it's Crowd Killer. Oh. It looks like he actually may have just changed his name completely. He's gonna go by some. That's actually Crowd Killer. Went by a new name that I was not aware of. So we'll quickly make the update here. That is Somber is his name. Just making quick updates here. I think everybody actually has joined, so we're gonna get this match started in just a moment or two. As soon as I update things. Again, it will be 135 El Calenton. You're playing against EXE Esports. EXE with their roster of Acronyx, Clouds, and Blue. Again, I can't believe I actually got a full team ready in about 15 minutes, but here we are. Let's go. We got a series on our hands, a best of 5. El Calenton on the blue, EXE on the orange. Both these teams at 1 and 2 records. Looking to maybe change some things for the better. El Calenton represented by Somber, Fusion, Headband Urzel, and EXE with Acronyx, Blue, and Clouds. EXE having just, gotten updated that the match actually is today. They didn't have any real time to do any warm-up, so this is going to be a really interesting match 1 for them. So this is going to be their warm-up match, which is going to be interesting. So many teams need those kind of warm-ups to really start to play well, and it usually takes a couple matches before teams really do feel like kind of at the strength that they are used to. Well, EXE, they get none of that. Things are going to start a little difficult, although some good offense from EXE, admittedly. Even though they're coming off of very little to work on. They're starting off with a great pace as Blue there hits it off the bar. It was an incredible infield pass from Acronyx. Could have been, and probably should have been, on targets as El Calenton just doesn't feel like they really follow each other so well here. We'll see, though, if they can actually challenge the EXE aggression, who now from Blue into the corner. Looking for the shot is Blue, but Fusion will challenge, and that went away, trying to get the bump on Clouds. EXE doing well to hold this offense. You feel like a goal is bound to happen soon. Blue across the net. Know what shot coming. Will be El Calenton who cleared away. El Calenton again. Spanish for the heat. Oh, they're gonna have to bring some heat. They really haven't brought any of that so far this game, as Maybe a chance. Somber midfield, Clouds with the clear. And Headband Urzel committed for that. Oh, he might regret that decision. He won't get scored on immediately here, but it's still across that by Acronics. Blue, not on target. Clouds stops by Fusion. We've seen Fusion do a lot with that kind of savior as Somber shot. Blue will save that as well. Next 35, El Calenton. The first real strong chance on net, but it is easily cleared away without a second's effort. Coming from the 100X team as now a miss. Headband Urzel to the back wall. Made that challenge over Blue. Fusion 50-50 off the back wall. Somber. Blue keeps it away. EXE again holding the ball. If we were to see the ball possession stats, I have a feeling they'd be winning that one pretty strongly here because right now doing pretty well at holding El Calenton in, but here comes Fusion. El Calenton trying to wrestle this one back. Fusion, flick pass to Clouds, can't get to it! And the first goal goes for Fusion, and RX35, El Calenton. You got a little bit of space, really used it to draw two defenders. The last two of EXE, the third one came in just a little too late. The pressure from El Calenton is going to somehow work here. EXE had so much to start off this game with. To not get our goal, it'd be a bit disheartening. Clouds, dunked by Headband Urzel. Fusion, maybe he's going to look for two. Headband Urzel wants that bump on Chronix. He does get away from it. There's Clouds. Headband Urzel with a save. Chronix trying to put one on. And it is Fusion who sends it out. Now another touch from Fusion. Eye on the corner. Blue's awkward. Somber wants it. But the player that used to be known as Crowd Killer won't find that shot. Next 35, El Calenton still searching, but you can really tell this is one of the more defensive teams of this organization. That's a good pass! Headband Urzel! That's gone just wide. Nearly, but not nearly enough. El Calenton still searching. Double commit in the midfield. Acronics, the sidewall. Somber won't have this one. We'll back up into it instead. Now a miss, actually. Somber's still on it. Wanting the bump on Acronics. And he does get him to kind of dodge away from the ball there. El Calenton still only one goal. The team that played so closely to Poor Price, one of the stronger teams of this organization. They're really struggling to get themselves on offense. And that struggle will continue here as that touch, while not a bad first touch, it won't be good enough to beat Clouds. And Headband Urzel, he had that save. He tripped off the post, though. Doesn't matter how close you are in that save. You gotta get it, and he doesn't get it there. EXE Esports, all the work they've done now won't go to shame. EXE now want that too. Fusion. Ooh, he missed his flip. That should be free. Oh, but Clouds has not even gone close to that target. Still searching. Midfield. Headband Urzel clears. Clouds had an open net on that chance. I don't know why he didn't decide to take it. Because it was there right in front of him. But sometimes the chances just don't work as Fusion. That's a decidedly odd play from a guy who's usually so composed. Really panicked on that. I don't know why he would go for the pinch in front of your net like that. Such a risky play, because if it doesn't work, you're already giving yourself up there. A strange decision from Fusion. The ground bench, I don't like that kind of decision. It's not one that feels safe enough to be doing in that kind of position on defense. And for Calenton, the rows on defense continue with that strange display. Clouds now. Blue. Infield, that one's not on, and Headband Urzel will clear it out. A lot of players jumping here for El Calenton. Fusion off the corner. Blue. Won't get bumped out. Somber going after a couple different players. Headband Urzel will pass in front and be clear for EXE as El Calenton only one goal to speak of. Very little to show when it comes to offensive prowess. They need one back. Somber. This is 0 seconds. Urzel! Oh, they've done it on 0 seconds. A huge, weird misplay in the midfield. El Calenton 2v1. And it's Somber who finds Headband Urzel. El Calenton keeping Game 1 hopes alive. Well, it hasn't been very pretty from the 100X team. They've somehow been able to fight and keep themselves up here with EXE. But game one, not over. Still need one more goal. Is that touch from EXE? Gonna go for offense. Somber the challenge on Acronix. Fusion, waiting. Acronix. Maybe wanted to control that. Seeing Fusion not even attempt a challenge there. He didn't have enough time. Clouds. Almost on target. Somber will clear it out. Headband Urzel. Back to Somber. El Canto. Trying to make some passes into their routine. EXE. Maybe starting to feel a bit outpaced. Fusion off the ceiling. Will be saved by Clouds. Headband Urzel. He wants that one off the back wall. Second miss. Somber finishes it off. Arnex 35. We're down until the very final moments of regulation. They tie it up. And now Somber will make the incredible selfless play to assist for the 0-second goal now. Gets the goal to start the series off well for this team. It was very slow. It felt very sluggish. And it really felt like they just didn't have a good start in them. That confidence wasn't really there for Calenton in a very defensive game one. In a game one that I think they aren't going to want to repeat because that one looked quite slow. But they don't mind winning. That's going to be a good thing for them. They start off this series in their favor. EXE though, I think for EXE really, they don't have to change anything. Sure, well they have missed a couple plays that have resulted in goals against them. Their offense and their pressure, way stronger right now by the field of it. But at least from what I've seen, they don't have the ball as often, but they do well with it. Now game two. Calenton to keep the 165 streak of wins on this stream continuing. And this Oreg is one that doesn't lose often. As that one, a couple of different whiffs. Acronix didn't even get it. Clouds with the clear. Somber back in the offense. Headbanders on midfield open net. Blue is trying to chase after him, but he won't get there soon enough. El Calenton catching EXE on a bad clear there from Clouds. Acronix and Blue both pushed upfield. Clouds needs to find one of them upfield to get that ball towards. If that kind of a clear will work. Didn't connect. Didn't work. Next 35 El Calenton. The game with a start in game two that's going to be a lot faster than the one they had in game one. EXE still searching. Fusion up for Somber. El Calenton doing really well at following up each other's touches. It's Fusion, dribble, flick past Blue. Somber in the midfield, although that touch will be a bit heavy. As Somber off the back, shot in! That's the second goal for El Calenton. And this one, a great bump on the backfield. I think that was from Fusion. And he really sets up Somber so well on that. The assist not given there, but it really should have been given to Fusion for that bump itself. Because that seems like a very characteristic play for Fusion. You know, he plays defensively, but when he is up there in offense, he will love to go for bumps. Although now he's got to play defense again. Blue wants the back wall. Second touch potential. Now Clouds. That one off the post. Headband Urzel's got in the way. Falling with absolutely, really, it seems like no car control. Was just happy to see that one shot towards him. El Calenton keep that 2-goal lead. This Blue gets past a couple with that pinch. Headband Urzel. Moving back, this one. Still up for grabs, really. EXE, that's in field. Clouds won't miss. And it is just one mistake off the back wall. That will definitely allow EXE to come back into this one. It's Blue who catches Somber, jumping and completely missing that one. And Hernex 35. We're going to have to give up one goal. They have a 2-goal lead, though, so we'll be happy with at least one goal still up. But things still are very, very questionable from either of these teams, really. Who's going to take this game? It's really not one that you can answer at this point with how close it's been. Maybe it'll be decided by the little mistakes, by the little misplays. Or maybe it'll be decided by those kind of solo efforts, those players who make the right decision when the time calls for it. El Calenton currently having made better decisions, I think, so far on who's to go and when and what to do. But here comes EXE down the field. Fusion did not look comfortable on that save. He actually hit it in midfield. We'll set up EXE for a second chance. Clouds now. That's not on target, but again, EXE finding some space. El Calenton, again, just don't feel super comfortable against EXE here and against the offensive pressure that EXE can hold. But they are still leading. I think that is all that El Calenton cares about right now. Being able to keep that lead and really being able to try to extend it. They don't like just being up by one because EXE can and very likely will find a way back. The kind of playstyle is one that definitely demands that kind of response. Clouds miss there on Fusion, who I don't know what he's doing. Fusion could not recover. He slipped there on an EXE defender, and he never got back up. But they still fight on. Not much time left though for EXE. This game must be feeling like it's going by very slowly here for El Calenton. They have their lead, but there's still so much time left. And that clear's not good. Blue, back post, miss, follow up, Fusion block. Clouds now, who's scored the only goal for EXE. That shot is weak. Headband Urzel gets there. El Calenton again. A lot of plays on defense, and now a miss off the back wall. Fusion. Gotta waste a lot of time. Instead gets demoed. Drop down. Oh, but no shot came. Clouds completely missed. And that was one he should have scored. El Calenton still not getting it out. Fusion with that touch. Back in by Clouds. Headband Urzel. Over Clouds, Blue. As in the midfield. Fusion jumping. El Calenton. Look. Panics. Acronics. That's in! Fusion didn't get close. El Calenton, for all the right things they've done, they cannot get that ball out of defense. Acronics went for that bump play. Fusion. I don't think Acronics even had to go for that. Fusion never stood a chance. He didn't even really look like he went for that one. He just gave up on the goal line here. El Calenton had a 2-goal lead, but they've lost it now. Due to just a very easy way up. Just due to the fact that they can panic so easily. That kind of panic play is one that you can't really have at this level because teams will notice. As now trying to push in front and across that off the post. Headband Urzel. Couldn't get the shot because of it. Clouds, that's midfield. Here comes Somber! Oh, Clouds, oh dear. And man, this game is starting to be decided just by the mistakes that these players are making. Because that is a horrendous touch from Clouds. Gave Somber a better shot than what he could have asked for there. And that one, a free gimme here for El Calenton. EXE Esports, and more specifically Clouds, will hang his head in shame if that's the goal that will win this game. That's going to make things tough. Now a miss on the kickoff. Fusion's got it for free. EXE Esports crumbling here in the final 30 seconds. And it's Clouds this time, who just didn't read it off the sidewall. Another mistake. That is capitalized here. And you can't make those kind of errors in a game so close. El Calenton being gifted not just 1, but 2 goals here late in game 2. Somber hits it back, looking just to waste out time. Headband Urzel pinch. That's in front of that for Clouds. Maybe the shots. Fusion jumping away. Almost a mistake from El Calenton to cost them, but their defense miraculously comes up with that one. This will hit the ground. El Calenton now up by 2. This game decided entirely by the mistakes that these teams were making, especially late on. It was mistakes that allowed EXE to come back. It was mistakes that allowed NX35 El Calenton to win. If that's going to be what decides these games, now for these teams, it's just about being able to play consistently. A lot of panic, and a lot of touches that just feel very simple that they're not making the best of. And there's definitely pressure to perform well. We'll see just what happens here in Game 3 on DFA Stadium. We saw a sweep earlier today. Do we see a second? X35. I haven't lost in the stream in a while. It's been a long time. The last time... Again, it was a long time since we've seen the last time this org has lost, especially in AGL. This is the kind of the league that this org is so strong at. But now it's up to EXE to make that reverse sweep. Maybe change things around. That's a good start. Clouds with a huge aerial in defense. So much speed. Fusion didn't even come up close. Empty-handed. He'll walk away with that one in the back of his net. Calenton. Still searching. Fusion. Look past the Chronics. Maybe Cloud's the second one. And Clouds, he's going to be the scary player for EXE. We already saw him in the last couple games. He will definitely be in the right position just to score as the ultimate from Calenton, but Fusion maybe sensed that Headbanders didn't have that one. We'll come in with the block. Somber now. Hit it down the field. That one kept away. Somber. Dribble past the Chronics. Still Somber. Headbanders are trying to get maybe a little bit of confusion there, but Clouds. He always saw Somber's dribble, and he always got to block it. That's a good pass. Back to Fusion. Blue's got to come up with this one. Maybe a 50. Somber. Up high. Flip reset. Trying to get the second. Can't get it. Headbanders blocked by Clouds. Anybody that you need to come up clutch for you, for EXE, it's Clouds. He's been doing it already a couple times this game, and now trying to get that second. Up. Somber's missed off the back wall. Clouds dunked by Fusion. Going to be a guy that's going to try to save his team as often as possible here is Fusion, but if he has to come up with saves like that, things are going to be very difficult for Calenton, as if they're not difficult already. As Somber, that touch, Blues there, Headbanders, he's got to stay with it. Now, EXE's just double committed. Fusion, be his turn for a play. Flip reset, no boost. Now he's on it again, off the corner. Onyx clears it out. Somber. Midfield off the back wall. Blue has it. Fusion still searching for Calenton. 2 minutes gone in this game. 3 left. Fusion in way. Somber! And he tucks it under the corner. Fusion doing what he's so good at. He gets annoying. He bumps you out. He doesn't give you space. You think, oh, he's defensive. He's not going to try to play that aggressively. No, he definitely will. And he will find success doing it. He is an annoying player to play against. And it's just how NX35 Calenton like it. But in front, Clouds, that's number 2. That one, quick. As that one just right in the corner. What a shot from Clouds to find the angle. It's not easy. He does take it though. Again, if you guys are wondering as well, I was able to get a little search up here and find out last time an NX35 team lost on this stream. It was actually Calenton when they played Pro Plias. If you don't count that, because it was another 100X team, and it was the day before when Astra lost to Valhalla Aces in the Skyward Series. If you only count maybe AGL matches, that one is even longer. That was probably last season. As this one kept up. Somber. Pinch, that's going backwards though, and now Headbanders gonna dribble it. Calenton trying to clear this one away. And now a miss. This one cleared back. Somber. Off the back wall. Wants to clear. Dunk midfield. Fusion. Sending it away. Blue. Gonna get that second pop. Calenton. Need that goal back. Fusion off the back wall. Somber wants it. He's missed. Cloud's got an open net. Somber wasn't even close to that. And it's an overcommit for Calenton, something that they don't do often. You gotta be hitting those if you're gonna jump for them. A bad mistake. EXE Esports trying to make that comeback happen. Calenton might have to give up this game. There's still a minute left, but 2 goals down, and Again, with a team that I feel just doesn't feel like it always is rotating around each other as well as they could be. EXE Esports, definitely using, again, that aggression they have, the play that they have to now get more than just a few goals and really extend that lead against El Calenton as a double commit. Calenton, inch from Headband Urzel. He was the one to jump in there, and now trying to go down the field. Will hit the back wall. In comes Fusion. Pinch off the side. Somber, beaten by Clouds, who is just is becoming definitely the player to watch for EXE. If I remember correctly, he was the player to watch the last time these guys played when they lost to Neon. El Calenton has a lot of work. A lot of it has to do with just being able to rotate around each other well. It does feel like though they haven't had enough time maybe to get used to each other. EXE definitely more solid in that rotation, more solid in decision making. And in game 3, it definitely pays off. El Calenton will drop this one here as we'll go to 0 seconds. Ball will hit the ground. EXE Esports have one game back. And now going into game 4 here. Reverse sweep potential for EXE Esports. This game specifically, Clouds had 7 shots more than anybody else in this one. And that's going to be really difficult for El Calenton. They have to be able to contain Clouds. Because if he can't get the shooting started, then this EXE Esports team does struggle a lot. He's really the natural goal scorer of this side. Not really anybody else can do it as well as he can, and really does lead that team in that kind of sense. For El Calenton, again, I think their main strategy is going to be to stop the scoring from Clouds. As long as they can beat him, I think this team is very beatable. As now, maybe a chance in front. Fusion. Blocked by Blue. Somber. What a good catch there, but Blue will clear it away, and now El Calenton again trying to set up another high aerial play. Pass to Headband Urzel. Back wall. Second. Down and in. Headband Urzel. And it was a great shot, but that pass from Fusion couldn't have been much better. It was slow when it needed to be. It was very high up. And you gotta appreciate being able to play just like that. The Chronics. That's actually in front of his own net. Somber's open. Oh no, the mistakes are coming back here for EXE. And Chronics was the only one there who could have got that touch, and that is not what you want there. Probably the most unfortunate way that could have gone. He missed it just by a little bit. That little bit did everything. A second goal for El Calenton, not even 30 seconds in. Clouds dunked by Headband Urzel. Chronics. Headband Urzel's trying to back up. Mo on Somber. The challenge there from Headband Urzel to the urgency to know that his team really isn't prepared. And they still aren't prepared. What a save. El Calenton, again, they panic really easily. When it comes to playing defensively, so many of their touches just feel so rushed. The more these guys panic, the more the goals are going to come in against them. They got to be able to stay calm on that back line as Somber does have the dribble. Maybe even a flip reset. Oh, he didn't get any of that. Clouds will allow Blue to hit it to a Chronics. Back to Blue. EXE marching upfield. Somber. El Calenton ready to move up. Blue trying to get that back pass. Still challenged by Blue players. In front for Headband Urzel. He's faster to it. Another goal for the X35 organization. And it comes off that pinch. Headband Urzel has it. And that one makes it free for 100x35. Fusion. Flick to the back wall. Headband Urzel doesn't have it there. Clouds whiffs. Blue off the side wall. Helping his Fusion off the side. Somber, maybe 4. But Clouds is there. Headband Urzel. Blue. Fusion stepping up, and here comes Somber. Reminder, both these teams are 1 and 2 on their records. Oh, and that one almost own goal! Clouds will take it! And this one is just a huge miscommunication in the backfield. Someone from El Calenton's got to call this one. And it came from Fusion. He called it. He bumped to Headband Urzel to go for it. He ends up making a bad touch as a result. Fusion must not have seen Headband Urzel because he ran right through him. And that kind of a play, you gotta let your teammates have that one. Fusion trying to take control in a situation that really he shouldn't have. Nice team captain, that can't be a mistake! Oh, and he's just made another one there, Fusion! Oh, this game's completely unraveling for him. That's another one. This one he should be going for. That one, he should have no issue making that touch. How he misses, only he will know. Now Calenton, that incredibly massive lead they have, is now falling apart by the second. Somber, though, trying to make it 4. Back wall. Second touch. In comes Fusion to finish it off. Well, there's no shortage of goals for at the very least. Well, they may be really silly or maybe from mistakes. Actually, if Calenton have definitely fought for their goals, though. Again, it's all about their mistakes. That could definitely contribute to them having a much worse performance. As Fusion wants to make it 5. Redirect off the back wall. Good pass. Somber didn't shoot it, though. Will be an attempted clear from EXE that ends up in the midfield. Clouds. Ooh, a rare miss from a player who's so consistent, and that will count against them. Fusion has now just helped his team to a second goal. He made 2 mistakes to give up 2. Now he'll make 2 great plays to come back with 2. That pass, Headband Urzel. Well, all he has to do is just walk it in. Calenton regain that 3-goal lead. Fusion, Headband Urzel, shot down. Blues got that one. Newest addition for EXE. Definitely showing up on defense, but it's offense they need, and it's offense they're not going to get. Fusion's got a second goal. Max 35. They're coming all out in this game, aren't they? No shortage of offensive masterpieces, offensive power plays. As they continue to attack and dismantle the EXE Esports' defense. That pinch from Clouds! One right back. Who was it on kickoff? Oh, it was Fusion. Oh, he's been haunted by 2 mistakes earlier. That's another one. As he doesn't even get anywhere on that one, on that kickoff. Way too side on. He accidentally contributes to a goal against him. And this has not been a game for Fusion. He'd like to forget this game, I think, very quickly, because my goodness, this game has been everything wrong has gone against him. He's made great plays on offense. On defense, it has been an absolute catastrophe. As now, control in front, getting challenged. Chronix off the back wall. Somber and Headband Urzel both jump, but they do get it out. Headband Urzel, high flick. Fusion, shot on. Clouds will save. Somber, looking for Headband Urzel. Blue, couldn't reach it. Fusion, looking for his third. That's wide. Headband Urzel, that's also wide. Max 35. And they kept that ball high. They kept their opponents on very low boost. They won't score, and now it's EXE back the other way. Clouds. Fusion, I think just trying to make sure he plays consistently here. He's made mistakes, but he's also done great things on offense. All he needs to do is make sure that this doesn't do anything too crazy at the end of this game. And at this point, for 165 on Calenton, it's just about minimizing mistakes. Is in front. No shot there from EXE. That chance was there for them. Chronix, they're looking midfield, but Fusion will clear. Blue, getting chased on by Somber. It will lead to an EXE offensive play. Blue, in front. Headbanders will save. In comes Clouds. Fusion has the block. Keeps this one at a 3-goal difference. Keeping his team a substantial lead ahead here in the game that could end the series. Next 35 Calenton want one more goal. That's going midfield. Wait a second. In comes Headband Urzel. Left in front. Somber. That's goal 7 for X35. And now things look pretty secure for them. The loss seems very unlikely. Again, 135 have not lost an AGL in a very... have not lost an AGL again ever since that Atrodino Calenton and Pura Playas. Of course, they haven't lost to a team that's outside of the 135 organization in this league for an even longer amount of time. In fact, Again, I believe the last time they have lost was when 135 Black got beaten by Team Cypher Violet. I was back in June 19th. 135 El Calenton not gonna have another loss here. And they are winners. It was not a very fun game, especially that last game. Especially for Fusion, he had a rough time, but they'll be very happy that that's kind of averted. That crisis is over. And this org continuing their very long amount of time without having lost in an AHL match on this stream. Again, I think the last time they lost was in Team Cypher Violet played X35 Black. As El Calenton, you end up winning this one in a close end of the series. As again, this last game, a huge margin. They definitely made up for some of their earlier mistakes. It wasn't pretty, but they won't mind. As again, we're gonna be, I think, having these guys join us for a little bit. As for EXE, though, their bad history on the stream does continue. Again, unfortunately for them, they still struggling to find their find wins. They've only got one this season, and they have a 0 on the stream, having played 2 matches on here, and both of them against Hunter's teams, both of them being 3-1 losses. Next 35 El Calenton gonna be happy with that. Again, we'll take one last look at our schedule here. See all the matches that we have seen so far. Again, a 3-0 for Clang Bros over Team, and a 3-1 for Next 35 El Calenton over EXE Esports. And again, a huge win. It felt a bit awkward at times. Sometimes it felt like the players kind of stepped on each other's toes, but ultimately they get their win, and in a season where you're 1-2, you really want to get into those playoffs and give yourself a really good chance. A 2-2 record definitely can help you midway through the season. Still a couple more weeks, they can improve dramatically by that time. Again, definitely something that you should be happy with. May not have been your best win. It is a win that you will take. Again, this team still ranking pretty highly. It seems like they aren't going to be having an interview after all, because I have not heard from them. So, again, if with no interview being heard of, that will, I think, end the night. Again, what a night of action it has been. As I think we'll get a raid going. And thank you all so much for supporting. It means a lot. Again, that is it for all the matches today. That was what our schedule said. Again, thank you all so much. Have an amazing rest of your night, everybody. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Take care, and I'll see you guys again on the Sporty stream.